Good morning, students. Hope you all are doing fine. Today we are going to study the new chapter, chapter 16, British Raj and Beyond. In this chapter, we will study Age of Exploration, establishment of British East India Company, the Battle of Plassey, the Revolt of 1857. So today we will cover Age of Exploration, British East India Company, the Battle of Plassey. Let us see one by one. India is one of the oldest living civilizations in this world. It flourished and prospered in the times when other contemporary civilizations faded away. Its trade, commerce, education, and society reached new heights of success with the passage of time. India had flourishing trade links with China and other countries connected by land, but India's sea trade was very limited at that time. Let us see what is the meaning of Age of Exploration. The period is characterized as a time when Europeans began exploring the world by sea in search of new trading routes, wealth, and knowledge. During the Age of Exploration that started around the 15th century, every European country dreamt of reaching India. Age of Exploration was considered to be the golden bird in the world. Many expeditions were launched to explore India. Look at this picture. Who is he? Christopher Columbus. His initial goal was to find a new, quicker route to Asia from Europe. He was looking for a new sea route to India, but he was discovered South America accidentally. Look at the picture of Vasco da Gama. Who was Vasco da Gama? Vasco da Gama was a Portuguese explorer and the first European to reach India by the sea route. He traveled for a long time and discovered a new sea route through the Cape of Good Hope. Why did European countries want to gain control over India? After Vasco da Gama reached India and made a fortune by selling spices from India, the route opened new avenues of trade for the European countries. This was the period of expansion for all European countries. They were having a cutthroat competition for control over trade in India. What attracted European trading companies to India? The fine qualities of cotton and silk produced in India, Indian spices such as pepper, cloves, cardamom, and cinnamon. The spices and cotton traded from India were very valuable items in Europe. The Portuguese, British, French, and Dutch all wanted to establish trade links with India. In the beginning, they fought among themselves for control over trade with India. Later, the British either defeated most of the other competitors or entered into an agreement for doing business at different places. Establishment of the British East India Company. The British merchants established the British East India Company in the year 1600 with the permission of the Queen of England. Who was the ruler of England in 1600? Queen Elizabeth I was the ruler of England in 1600. What was the main aim of the British East India Company? The main aim of the East India Company was to trade with India. The company started its trade from Surat and later expanded it to the rest of India with the permission of Mughal Emperor Jahangir. In India, this company grew very fast and soon became greedier to gain more profits. Aurangzeb, he was the last powerful ruler of India. After his death, the Mughal Empire started to break and it did not go unnoticed for long by the East India Company. No powerful ruler, so the East India Company started to expand its military power to gain control over different parts of India. Bengal was the most prosperous state of India at that time in terms of sea route, and the British wanted to control it completely. Battle of Plassey. The Battle of Plassey was an outcome of the East India Company's desire to take control of Bengal. It took place in 1757. The British had started building a strong army which was resisted by the Nawab of Bengal, at the time Nawab of Bengal, Sirajuddaula. In the Battle of Plassey, the Nawab was defeated, captured and killed. Another battle known as the Battle of Buxar took place in 1764. It brought Bengal completely under British control. This was the beginning of the colonial rule of the British East India Company in India. The British formulated many crooked policies to gain control over the Indian princely states, which were small territories and already weak due to their constant fights with their neighbors. Subsidiary alliance. This policy was introduced by Governor General of East India Company Lord Wellesley in 1798. Subsidiary alliance is a system developed by the East India Company. An Indian ruler entering into a subsidiary alliance with the British had to accept British forces in his territory and also agreed to pay for their maintenance. According to this policy, the company gave military protection to the princely states coming under it, but it not allow the princely state to keep any army of its own, and all the control of its foreign trade went into British hands. This policy promised the princely states complete protection from neighboring states, but slowly and gradually engulfed all the states coming under it. Next, Doctrine of Lapsey. This policy was introduced by Lord Dalhousie, Governor General of East India Company in 1834. This was a policy of the company to annex kingdoms. As per this policy, if any Indian ruler died without a male son, his kingdom would become the part of the company territory. Adopted son was not accepted for the rulers who did not have their own son. That's all for today class. Hope you all understood. Thank you. Have a nice day.